So, Peter, what's happening? Now, are you going to go ahead and have those TPS reports for us this afternoon?
No.
Yeah. So, I guess we should probably go ahead and have a little talk, hmm?
Not right now, Lumberg. I'm kind of busy. In fact, look, I'm gonna have to ask you to go ahead. Let's come back another time. I got a meeting with the Bobs in a couple of minutes.
What is happening, ladies and gentlemen of YouTube and loyal members of my Nova Nation? It's your boy Supernova back with another video. And I know some of you are probably asking yourself, yo, Nova, where the fuck have you been?
Move it out, people! Finally! Where the hell have you been? Jeez, I've been sweating like a dog in a Chinese restaurant waiting for your sorry ass to show up.
And the answer is really simple. I was in the middle of moving. You know, I bought a new house, moved into said house, and there was just boxes and shit everywhere. And it took a minute for me to get all my stuff kind of situated and set up. But I got my desk all set up here, my laptop, my mic, and now we're good to go for future videos. Now, regarding this video, if you couldn't tell or didn't understand what the intro to this video was trying to allude to, it's that I give zero fucks about this Cyberpunk 2077 Next Gen update. I really don't care about it at all. I personally have no intention or desire to revisit the world of Cyberpunk 2077. And this is someone who's played and beaten the game when it launched on my PlayStation 5. So it's not like I haven't played the game and I don't give a shit about it. No, I played the game. I beat the game. And I still don't give a shit about this news. And I'll explain why. The reason is, for me, Cyberpunk 2077 was not a good game. But Supernova, yo, they fixed the bugs. There's less bugs. They fixed tons of the bugs. All the glitches, they're gone. Listen, when I say, for me, Cyberpunk 2077 was not a good game, it has nothing to do with the glitches or bugs. Yes, I did experience lots of glitches and bugs when I played on my PlayStation 5. Yes, that game is probably the game that's made my PlayStation 5 crash the most of any game I've ever played. As a matter of fact, you could probably accumulate all the crashes I've experienced on all the games I've played since I owned my PlayStation 5, and Cyberpunk 2077 still probably crashed more than whatever the fuck that number would be. But I'm not even talking about the crashes and bugs. For me, deep down, Cyberpunk 2077 was just an awfully generic game. I felt, and again, this is just me, you may feel different, many people may feel different, but for me, I felt that Cyberpunk 2077 was an awfully generic game. The best thing about the game was the cyberpunk setting. But that's like having a super plain ordinary house with really, really nice wallpaper. A house where nothing was remarkable about it, aside from the really, really nice wallpaper. Now, that's not to say that there weren't things about Cyberpunk that I didn't like or enjoy. I really, really liked the shooting in Cyberpunk. It was very, very enjoyable for me. But outside of the shooting, everything else I really didn't think was that, like I said, remarkable. It was just kind of, kind of middle of the road. Now, I'm not going to go into detail about all of those things because that would be a different video entirely and probably a pretty long one, but I'm bringing it up so you guys know where I stand on this game, right? And listen, I care so little about this next-gen update that I honestly, as of right now, have no idea what they've done to it, what it includes, what it offers. I know nothing about the next-gen update. So I figured since, I got my setup all done today, and I haven't made a video in a while, let's make a video about this, and I'll read this Kotaku article, and we'll learn together what this next-gen update entails, what it's going to offer, and I will give my thoughts and opinions both while reading and then at the end of reading this article. So the title of the article reads, Cyberpunk 2077's return to consoles is practically a checklist of what everyone mocked. So based on the title, it would seem like CD Projekt Red is really trying to right a lot of the wrongs of the original release and go in and change a lot of the things that they basically got clowned on for. Now, is that really the case? Is that what's actually happening? Or is this just a clickbait title? Who the fuck knows? Let's read on. CD Projekt Red's Keanu Reeves fanfic Cyberpunk 2077 might finally be complete. A massive update to the game rolls out today, alongside its release on PlayStation 5 and Xbox Series X and S, CDPR said in a glacial, minutia-packed livestream on its Twitch channel today. The stream opened up with footage of Cyberpunk 2077 running on a PlayStation 5 at what looked like a butter-smooth 60 frames per second. But the stream quickly pivoted to showcasing how the role-playing shooter runs on Xbox Series S. Still at a high frame rate, still pretty, albeit with a notably less sharp resolution, and Xbox Series X, where it looked a whole lot like it does on PlayStation 5. Also, yes, the ground looked wet. I don't know what that has to do with anything, but okay, yes, the ground looked wet. There is a free 5-hour, 1-month trial for the game available on next-gen consoles starting today, replete with save file transfers to the full version for those players who are won over by their time in Night City. Now, I'll give them props for that. I think that's pretty cool. That way, people who are trying to see what this game is all about, they can play 5 hours of the game. They have a month to do that, and if they like what they're seeing or they enjoy what they're playing, then they can go ahead and purchase the game, and the 5 hours they played in the demo will transfer over to the actual game. I think this is pretty cool. The next-gen update comes along Cyberpunk 2077's ballyhooed patch 1.5, which clocks in about 50 gigabytes and, among other things, features a reworked perk system. Some skills are getting enhanced, while others are getting removed from the skill tree entirely. Knife throwing. It's good now, and also, maybe a boomerang? Fucking Kotaku writers. If you're dusting off an old save file, you'll find that all of your perk points are unassigned. So basically, since they've removed some perks and changed some shit, like, here is all your perk points back. Now build your character with our new system, right? So, okay, is what it is. It'll also introduce a rebalanced combat system where enemies seek cover, react more intelligently, and are overall more clever, CDPR said, noting that it's hard to show off examples in a live stream, but that it's something you'll just have to try yourself. Now I'm going to pause right there for a second, because something that you can't show me that I'm just going to have to try for myself. Listen, not for nothing, but these are the same people who are claiming to have made the most lifelike, realistic city in gaming history, right? That also did show us several videos of how this game was supposed to look and play that it never looked and played like, right? So when CDPR says, yo, look, just trust me, I'm sorry, I don't trust him. But at least in this specific instance, they have provided us with a demo that we can play for a month. So like they said, you really have to see it for yourself to believe how this shit works. If there's something you're interested in, go check out the demo and see if they're right. I'm not going to do that, but you can. Driving 2 has been improved. On stream, CDPR showed off main character V doing smooth donuts in a sports car at an intersection. Okay, pause again real quick, because look, the driving in Cyberpunk 2077 was dog shit, okay? Complete and utter dog shit. I don't necessarily know if doing donuts is the best way to demonstrate how you've made your driving systems better. It's like a fucking donut. But if they're saying it's better, maybe it is. I'm hoping it is, because driving was one of the least fun parts about the game. It's something that I really thought I would enjoy. They have so many cool cars and motorcycles in the game. And driving around the city was just always a chore because the driving was so terrible. So hopefully they did fix it, or at least improve it. But I'm just going out and saying again that I don't think donuts is the way to demonstrate that. But I digress. But the world itself has also been significantly improved, with changes implemented to make it feel more real. Crowds will realistically react to your actions and won't despawn any longer when you spin around, and the city itself looks lively in a way that simply didn't in the game's launch state. These changes all come amid a litany of quality of life changes, including a big overhaul to the map, which is so specific now that it shows you how many gigs you've completed for specific fixers, aka some of 2077's quest givers. In-game vendors will hawk their wares and reasonable prices. You can change your character's appearance in-game at the mirror in your apartment. A feature so nice, CDPR showed off on the stream twice. And you can rent sumptuous pads at various neighborhoods around Night City. In other words, it seems like Cyberpunk 2077 might be the game everyone wanted it to be. And before I even finish the rest of the article, it's that last sentence that's really always going to piss me off about this game. It seems like Cyberpunk 2077 might be the game everyone wanted it to be. Well, that's nice. A year and 2 months later, if you have next-gen consoles, if the changes they're showing in this graph here actually work the way they say they work, if all of that shit happens, right? Then it might be the game that everyone wanted it to be. But still, only for people on next-gen consoles. So everyone on last-gen consoles, sorry, a year and a half later, you still don't have the game that you wanted. And guess what? Going forward, you're still not going to have the game that you wanted. So, yeah, it's nice if you're on PS5 like I am, or Series X like I also am, that you get these updates, that you get these changes, that you get these fixes. That's wonderful. But for all the people on last-gen consoles who bought into an idea of what this game was, who bought into what this game was promised to be, who still don't have it and will never get it, is saying that, oh, Cyberpunk might be the game everyone wanted it to be. Is that like something to be happy about? Honestly, I still say fuck this game. Fuck this game and fuck CD Projekt Red. I don't care how much work you put in to make the game better. No, fuck you and fuck this game. What they did to us was fucked up. And I'm sorry, as far as I go, they don't get a pass. That's like someone intentionally selling you a car they know has issues. They know mechanically has problems. And in the case of last-gen consoles, they know can barely fucking run. And then going, sorry about that. Here, we got some air fresheners for you. We got these rims for you. We'll paint your car for you. And it's like, that's nice. Thank you for all of those. And at the same time, fuck you. Fuck you and fuck your gifts, because you know what you did. You know what you fucking did. And for me, you don't get a pass. But, hey, that's me. Maybe you were willing to forgive them. Maybe this makes it all right for you. Like I said, for me, don't get a pass. But I'm not going to read the rest of the article because it really is not going to provide any additional information about the update. What I'll do is I'll kind of recap what this update's going to give to players on PS5 and Xbox Series X. So, if you are on PS5 or Xbox Series X or S, you're going to get new weapons, additional apartments for V, hairdressing mirror, a rebalance of gameplay, economy, and loot systems. If you're on PS5 and Xbox Series X only, you're going to get ray-traced local shadows. If you're on all three, you're going to get various visual quality improvements. If you're on PS5, you're going to get spatial headphone audio. This was previously added on Series X and Series S. Again, all three are going to get improved crowd reactions, and as it's the only console with one, the PS5 will also get DualSense controller features. These are all the things promised for the next-gen update of Cyberpunk 2077. Now, what's been playing in the background this entire time is Cyberpunk 2077 in its updated form playing on PS5. This is directly from the Cyberpunk 2077 YouTube page. I'm going to go back to what I said at the beginning of this video. It, for me, still feels incredibly generic, especially as someone who's played it. Because, like, before I'd played the game, watching gameplay, it looked fun. It looked flashy. It looked cool. But then once I got my hands on the game, I really, got an understanding of, wow, it's really not all that special or all that great. So, as someone who's played the game, watching this PS5 gameplay, this next gen update gameplay, honestly, I don't see much of a difference. And again, I think that's because for me, at its bones, Cyberpunk 2077 is just not a good game. They would have to do a fuck ton of overhauling how this game works and plays in order for it to be a better game, in my opinion, right? All of the things they've done are great, but I just think that it's at its bones, it's the foundation of Cyberpunk 2077 that for me is not sound enough to make it an amazing game. And no amount of window dressing or coats of paint or additional features or modifications to certain features are going to change the foundations of the game. Again, for me. But hey, I'm just a guy who makes videos on a laptop in his house. I'm nobody special. I'm just a gamer just like you. And these are the opinions of this gamer. Don't like them, don't agree with them, don't give a fuck. I will say, though, I do appreciate that CD Projekt Red has given us that 1 month period to be able to play 5 hours of the game for free, so those who haven't bought the game can play it and decide if it's something they want to purchase, and those who have played the game and didn't care for it can play it and decide if it's something that they would like to revisit. So I do appreciate CD Projekt Red doing that. Outside of that, though, really not much more I have to say about this news. I don't care about this demo. I will not be checking the demo out. But if you want to, hey, it's there. Go for it. And then let me know what you thought about it in the comments. And as far as this video goes, that's all I got for you guys on this one. Well, that's the video, guys. Let me know what you think down in the comments. And if you did play the demo or are planning to play the demo, let me know what you thought about it. As always, feel free to like, share, and subscribe. And I'll catch you guys on the next Supernova, which hopefully will not be too long because I do very much plan on giving both an initial reaction and review for Horizon Forbidden West. Supernova out.